Right now, a mechanic somewhere is replacing a sensor that was never the problem. The real fix? A $10 part or a 5-minute cleaning job. But that doesn't pay the rent. So instead, you get a $400 sensor quote, a 2-hour labor charge, and the same check engine light back on 3 months later. 7 sensors. All 7 get replaced unnecessarily every single day. Shops see the code, skip the 3 checks that would save you money, and go straight to the part. Because parts have margins, diagnostics don't. Today we're going through every single one. What each sensor actually does, what shops charge to replace it unnecessarily, and what the real fix costs. Stay till the end. The last sensor on this list is the most replaced component in automotive history. Shops have built entire revenue streams around it, and 9 times out of 10, it just needs cleaning. Let's get into it. Sensor 1, the oxygen sensor. This is the big one, the most replaced sensor in the automotive industry, and the one with the highest unnecessary replacement rate of anything on this list. Here's what it actually does. Your oxygen sensor sits in the exhaust stream, one before the catalytic converter, one after. The upstream sensor measures oxygen levels in the exhaust gases and sends that data to the ECU in real time. The computer uses that reading to continuously adjust fuel delivery. Too much oxygen in the exhaust means the engine ran lean. Too little means it ran rich. The ECU corrects constantly based on what that sensor reports. Now, here's where the scam starts. Lean code P0171 or P0174 shows up. Mechanic pulls it, looks at the customer, and says, oxygen sensor failure. Quote, $150 to $400 per sensor. Some vehicles have 4 of them. Do that math. But here's what that mechanic skipped. A lean code does not mean the oxygen sensor failed. It means the ECU detected a lean condition. That lean condition has 6 different root causes. A dirty MAF sensor, underreporting airflow and causing the computer to underdeliver fuel. A vacuum leak pulling unmetered air into the intake after the MAF sensor. Low fuel pressure from a weak fuel pump. An exhaust leak upstream of the sensor, letting outside air contaminate the reading. Worn spark plugs are causing incomplete combustion. The oxygen sensor itself, last on the list, not first. Shops skip causes 1 through 5 and go straight to 6. Because causes 1 through 5 involve inspection time that doesn't generate parts revenue. A vacuum leak diagnosis takes 20 minutes and a can of carburetor cleaner. Shops charge $40 for that service if they do it at all. An oxygen sensor replacement generates $150 in parts markup plus an hour of labor. The math writes itself. Real talk, before any oxygen sensor gets replaced, 3 things should be checked without exception. MAF sensor. Condition, intake system for vacuum leaks, and fuel pressure at the rail. Takes 30 minutes total. Costs nothing but time. Shops skip all 3. I had a customer come in after a dealership replaced both upstream oxygen sensors on his Camry. $600 total. Lean code P0171 came back within 200 miles. Same code. Fresh sensors. I pulled the MAF sensor. Contaminated with oil film, invisible to the naked eye but sending garbage airflow data that made the ECU underdeliver fuel, creating the lean condition that triggered the code. Cleaned it in 15 minutes with an $8 can of MAF cleaner. Code never returned. Those $600 oxygen sensors were functioning perfectly the entire time. Brand new, perfectly functioning sensors throwing the same code as the old ones, because the actual problem was never diagnosed. So next time a shop quotes you an oxygen sensor for a lean or rich code, ask one question. Did you check the MAF sensor first? Watch how that conversation changes. Sensor 2. The coolant temperature sensor. This one has the highest parts to actual problem ratio of anything on this list, meaning shops replace it constantly and it's seldom actually failed. The coolant temperature sensor tells the ECU exactly how hot the engine is running. Cold start fuel enrichment, cooling fan activation, transmission shift behavior, all controlled by this reading. When it fails or reads incorrectly, the engine runs rich on cold starts, fans behave erratically, fuel economy drops, and sometimes an overheating warning appears even when the coolant temperature is completely normal. Here's the replacement scam. Shop sees a coolant temp code, quotes a new sensor. $20 to $50 for the part, 1 hour labor. Done. Here's what they skipped. The connector and the coolant level. Low coolant means the sensor tip isn't fully submerged in coolant. It reads air temperature instead of coolant temperature, sends garbage data to the ECU and throws a code. Top up the coolant, problem solved, free fix. Shops skip this check completely because there's no billable parts involved. The connector corrodes exactly like the crankshaft position sensor connector. Same low-mounted location, same exposure to heat and moisture. Clean the pins, apply dielectric grease, and the code disappears. I've seen coolant temperature sensors replaced on vehicles that simply had low coolant and a corroded connector. Customer paid $180. Real fix cost $0 and a $2 tube of dielectric grease. Check coolant level and clean the connector before authorizing any coolant temperature sensor replacement, every single time. Sensor 3, the MAF sensor. So we just talked about shops replacing oxygen sensors when the MAF sensor was dirty. Now let's talk about shops replacing the MAF sensor itself when it just needs cleaning. The mass airflow sensor sits between your air, filter, and throttle body. Its entire job is measuring exactly how much air enters the engine so the ECU can calculate the right fuel delivery. It uses heating elements thinner than a human hair to measure airflow, and over 30,000 to 50,000 miles. Those elements collect an invisible film. Oil vapor from the PCV system, dust particles that slipped past the air filter, carbon working backwards through the intake. You cannot see it without magnification, but it's there, and it's lying to your computer every single second the engine runs. Symptoms hit in a specific pattern: rough idle, hesitation on light acceleration, fuel economy quietly dropping over months, lean or rich codes, the same codes that just got someone's oxygen sensors replaced unnecessarily. Here's the replacement scam. Mechanic pulls a lean code, tests MAF voltage output, sees erratic readings from contamination, quotes a new sensor. $150 to $300 plus labor. Customer authorizes it. A can of MAF sensor cleaner costs $8. 3 short spray bursts on the sensing element, 5 minutes drying time, reinstall. 9 times out of 10, readings normalize completely. Same result as a new sensor. $8 versus $250. The one-time replacement is legitimate when the sensing element is physically damaged or the sensor fails after proper cleaning. That's maybe 10% of MAF sensor complaints. The other 90% just need a can of cleaner that shops don't stock because there's no margin in it. Sensor 4, the crankshaft position sensor. This one scares people the most. And scared people in a dealership waiting room authorize anything. The crankshaft position sensor monitors the crankshaft as it spins, telling the ECU exactly where each piston is in its cycle at every millisecond. Fuel injection timing, ignition spark timing, both depend entirely on this signal. Without it, the engine won't start, or runs so poorly it feels like it's dying. The symptoms are dramatic. Engine cranks but won't fire, or starts fine cold, runs perfectly for 20 minutes, then suddenly stalls at a red light. Won't restart for 30 minutes, then starts again like nothing happened. That heat-related intermittent stall is the signature pattern, and it terrifies people because it feels catastrophic. Here's what shops do. No crank signal on the scanner, new crankshaft position sensor. $100 to $200 plus an hour of labor. Done. Here's what they skipped. The connector. This sensor lives low on the engine block. Exposed to oil spray, road debris, and heat cycling every single day. Connector pins corrode over time, corroded pins create resistance. Resistance causes intermittent signal dropout, identical symptoms to a failed sensor. Unplug the connector, clean the pins with electrical contact cleaner, apply dielectric grease, and reconnect. $3 and 10 minutes. I've seen shops replace perfectly functioning crankshaft position sensors 3 times on the same vehicle because nobody cleaned the connector, causing the fault. Customers paid $600 across 3 visits. $10 fix every single time. Check the connector first. Always. Sensor 5. The throttle position sensor. This is the sensor that gets misdiagnosed as a transmission problem more than anything else on this list. Customers complain about jerky gear changes, hesitation between first and second, random power loss. Shop hooks up the scanner, sees erratic throttle data, and the conversation goes one of 2 directions. New throttle position sensor at $150 to $250. Or worse, transmission service at $300 minimum just to look at it. The throttle position sensor sits directly on the throttle body, monitoring exactly how far open the throttle plate is at any given moment. ECU uses that reading for fuel delivery, ignition, timing, and transmission shift points simultaneously. That last part is why it gets misdiagnosed as a transmission problem. Bad TPS data means wrong shift points. Feels exactly like a failing transmission. It's not. Here's what shops skip: the throttle body itself. Carbon builds up on the throttle plate and bore over 50,000 to 60,000 miles. That carbon physically restricts throttle movement. Plate sticks slightly, releases, sticks again. TPS reads an inconsistent position because the throttle plate is actually moving inconsistently. Not because the sensor failed. Because it's dirty. $6 can of throttle body cleaner. 20 minutes, 70% of throttle position sensor complaints resolved completely without touching the sensor at all. Customer came in with a quote for a new TPS and a transmission inspection totaling nearly $400. Cleaned the throttle body. Test drove. Smooth shifts, no hesitation, power loss gone. 40 minutes. Total. The TPS was perfectly fine the entire time. Clean the throttle body before anyone replaces that sensor. Non-negotiable. Sensor 6. The camshaft position sensor. This one generates some of the highest unnecessary replacement bills on this list because the symptoms overlap with genuinely expensive problems. The camshaft position sensor monitors camshaft rotation and sends that data to the ECU for precise fuel injection and ignition timing. When it starts failing, rough running, misfires, hard starting, sometimes a no-start condition. Symptoms that sound expensive. Symptoms that make people authorize anything. The shop sees a camshaft position sensor code, quotes a new sensor at $150 to $250 plus labor. But here's what gets skipped every time. Oil contamination. This sensor sits directly in the engine block surrounded by oil. Over time, oil seeps past the sensor O-ring seal and coats the sensor tip. Contaminated tip sends erratic signals, identical to a failed sensor. Remove it, clean the tip with an electrical contact cleaner, inspect the O-ring, and reinstall. If the O-ring is damaged, replace it. $3. Problem solved without touching the sensor itself. Second thing. Shops skip timing chain stretch on high mileage engines. A stretched timing chain shifts camshaft timing enough to trigger camshaft position codes without any sensor fault at all. Replacing the sensor fixes nothing because the sensor was never the problem. The timing chain was. That's a bigger conversation, but it's the right conversation. Not a $200 sensor swap that changes nothing. Clean the sensor tip and check the O-ring first. 2 steps, 10 minutes, free. Sensor 7. The fuel pressure sensor. Last one. And the most dangerous unnecessary replacement on this list. Not because the sensor is expensive, but because of what shops blame next when replacing it doesn't work. The fuel pressure sensor monitors pressure in the fuel rail and reports it to the ECU. When it reads incorrectly, the engine hesitates under acceleration, stalls at idle, runs rough, or throws a lean code. Symptoms that point directly at the fuel system. Here's the problem. Shops see a fuel pressure sensor code and replace the sensor at $80 to $150. Symptoms return within weeks. Now the conversation shifts to the fuel pump, $300 to $600 depending on the vehicle. Customer authorizes it because the previous repair didn't work and they're frustrated. But here's what both repairs skipped. The fuel pressure regulator. The regulator controls actual fuel pressure in the rail. When it fails, it causes identical symptoms to a failed fuel pressure sensor and a failing fuel pump simultaneously. A new fuel pressure regulator costs $30 to $80 and takes 45 minutes to replace. Shops skip it because it's a smaller ticket item than a fuel pump replacement. Test actual fuel pressure at the rail with a manual gauge before replacing anything. If pressure is within specification, the sensor is lying, clean the connector. If pressure is low, check the regulator before condemning the fuel pump. That sequence alone saves most customers $300 to $500 in unnecessary repairs. 7 sensors. Every single one is replaced unnecessarily every day. Oxygen sensor, coolant temp, MAF, crankshaft, throttle position, camshaft, fuel pressure. Before any of them get replaced, check the connector, clean the sensor, verify the actual root cause. That sequence saves hundreds every time. Which of these has a shop tried to replace on your car? Drop the sensor and the quote in the comments. Let's see how much money this video saves people today.